Hello, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Phillip Jablonski. If I pronounce any names wrong or cities, I do apologize. Jablonski's alcoholic father beat and sexually abused his wife and children. Jablonski met his first wife, Alice McGowan, in high school. He enlisted in the army in 1966 and was sent overseas to fight the Vietnam War. They married in 1968 when he returned to the U.S. while living in Texas. Jablonski became sexually violent. During sex, he put a pillow over McGowan's face and attempted to suffocate her. On several occasions, he strangled her until she was unconscious. After McGowan left him, Jablonski became involved with Jane Saunders, who he met in November 1968. He raped Saunders on their first date, which she did not report. She became pregnant and they moved to California in July 1969. After Jablonski left the military, on one occasion while having sex, Saunders wanted to stop. Jablonski pulled out a gun and threatened to shoot her if she did not continue. He hit her with the butt of the gun and she passed out. When she regained consciousness, he was raping her. She left him in 1972. In late 1972, Jablonski raped a female acquaintance at knife point in her home, while her infant child was in the room. The woman escaped and ran to a neighbor's house, who called the police. Jablonski was arrested and convicted for the rape. In February 1977, Jablonski met Linda Kimball, and by August they were living together. Kimball gave birth to their daughter on December 1977. On the evening of July 6, 1978, Kimball's mother, Isabel Pels, who lived nearby, was awakened by Jablonski. He told her he had come to rape her, but did not go through with it because when he looked at her face, all he could see was Linda's face. Pauls managed to escape to a neighbor's house and did not report the incident to police. A few days after the incident, Kimball left Jablonski and she and their daughter moved in with Pels. On the morning of July 16, 1978, Kimball returned to the apartment she had shared with Jablonski to pick up belongings for their baby. That afternoon, she was found dead inside the apartment. She had been beaten, stabbed, and strangled. Jablonski was arrested 11 days later. He served 12 years in prison for Kimball's murder. He was released on parole for good behavior in 1990, although in 1985 he had attempted to strangle his mother using a shoelace. Carol Spadoni met and married Jablonski in 1982, after answering a newspaper ad placed while Jablonski was serving time in prison. On April 23, 1991, Spadoni, 46, and her mother, Eva Peterson, 72, were murdered at their home in Burlingame. Spadoni was shot, suffocated with duct tape, then stabbed, while Peterson was sexually assaulted and shot. Jablonski was charged with the April 22, 1991 death of Fatima Van, 38, in Indio, California. Van was a fellow student at a local community college that Jablonski attended to satisfy conditions of his parole. Van, a recently widowed mother of 2 teenage girls, was found shot in the head and sexually assaulted, lying naked in a shallow ditch in the Indio desert with the words "I love Jesus" carved in her back. Her body had been subjected to other mutilations, including removal of her eyes and ears. Jablonski was also charged with the robbery and subsequent murder of Margie Rogers, 58, in Grand County, Utah, on April 27, 1991. She and her husband owned a store on Interstate 70, where her body was found. Rogers had been sexually assaulted and shot twice in the head. He was apprehended on April 28, 1991 in Kansas. He was found guilty of the murders and sentenced to death. In January 2006, the California Supreme Court upheld Jablonski's death sentence on appeal. Jablonski died on December 27, 2019 of unknown causes at the age of 73 in San Quentin State Prison in his cell. Thank you for listening. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and liking my channel, and I will see you on the next one.